Yeah, here's my continuous barn from the back side and how it just kind of collapsed. It's actually quite tragic that it collapsed. It probably really didn't need much help in the beginning. It's just like, because there are portions of it that are still quite solidly standing. We had a piece of the roof collapse because it hadn't been repaired, water damaged something. And then once that collapsed, it just weighed heavy and a lot of the rest of it started to fall. But yeah, quite a tragedy to lose the barn. And I'll show a picture of the house before the barn fell. So here's my house in all of its black and white glory. Now this photo must have been taken after 1920 because the house was built in 1900, first owned by a Matthew B. Stevens. I don't know anything about Matthew B. Stevens except that he was the first owner and that he then sold the house to a George Samuel Woodman in 1920. And so the picture there says the Woodman homestead. So we know this picture must have been taken after 1920. Now, George Woodman had used the property as a dairy farm. I don't know if he purchased home and dairy farm and all from Matthew Stevens. I don't know what Matthew Stevens did with the property, but I know that George Woodman was a dairy farmer, that he passed away in 1945, and his oldest son, Forrest Clare Woodman, took up the family business. It was sometime in the 1960s that Clare, he went by Clare Woodman, sold the property to a Walter Butler, who used the property as what he called the Hartman Auto Store. No, Hartman Western Auto Store. And he used it as an auto mechanic shop. And he also sold used cars and motorcycles. That's what I know about the property so far. We come around, kind of see, whoa. So I'm moving here. All these bushes grow up. Oh, here it is. There it is from the front. And we can't really see it too well because of all the trees that have grown up here. All these little we're going to get up. I think it was 1960 itself. This property was purchased. It had been a dairy farm, and then somebody purchased it in 1960 and turned it into a garage. And then they sold used cars and motorcycles in the barn, in the property. Anyway, so, and that went on for like into the 90s. Before that, I don't know what happened to it after that. We got to keep doing some more research on the history of this house. And here we have yet another bathtub. I think that's probably number 7 that we've found on the property so far. The toilet. Yeah. This piece is really quite sketchy. I don't really, yeah, unsafe, that's for sure. But if you go inside, I'm gonna go in this little corner. You can see the old sliding door there. Then if we come in this side, this piece actually looks pretty good. This is a part of it that's directly connected to the house. You can see. And a piece that I'm going to actually try to save. We got to get all the collapsed portion off the top of it so we can shore up the back end a bit. And try to keep it as a nice little storage spot. Because I want to use my attic for an art studio. But you can see back in there, ooh, yeah. I don't dare go too deep in, because the deeper you go, the more risky it is. But you can see right outside, back there, that's where the back of the barn. But you can see through this door, well, no, because we can't open that door. Oh, we can go through. La-la. There's a piece. It's oh, there's Tucker. Tucker's back there preparing to rebuild this wall here so that he can live in that space. Because there's a little space in the back here that I was going to build an apartment in eventually, but my oldest son decided he wanted it sooner than eventually. And I said, if you want to build it, you can have it temporarily. Anyway, we can have it as long as he wants to live there. Anyway, and then this enters into this piece. We're in the back barn piece again. And it enters into the little sun porch that will belong to the apartment, which is through these big windows here. So this is a little sun porch, and like everything else in this house, it is just full of junk. I don't understand how that happens to the space. I don't quite understand it. And this, we see, comes back out into the main porch of the house. Here's the front door to the apartment space. Right now we're using it as some storage for some of the pieces we thought we might be able to salvage and save and sell in our auction. But this will be the kitchen dining room space of the apartment. Anyway, so that's kind of showing, there's our trash pile. That's kind of showing the continuous barn that no longer exists. It used to come off, and all these have grown up so you can't even see, but yeah, the barn is back there connected to the end of the house. This would have been the continuous part in the days when they were using it as a dairy farm, so you could go from the house, because if you see here, that door, and then there's the back kitchen stairs, and then it goes into the kitchen. So this would have been that continuous part that then led to the actual barn that was there. Yeah, and this was done, for those of you who might not be familiar with New England farm life, the continuous barn was done because it gets cold in the winter in Maine. And so here's the back kitchen. Yeah, can't do that. Yeah, so it gets cold and snowy. And so rather than having to go outside and make your way to the barn, then they just built the barn connected to the house. So you just go back through the kitchen door there, through the other door. And usually there was this space in between, so you did separate your home from the smells of the barn a little more than just being directly connected. And then you could still go from the home to the barn, caring for your animals in the wintertime, without having to go outside, which was very smart of them. Let's take one last look at the old barn and some of its relationship to the house. We can see that the sun porch that I took you through didn't exist in the beginning. It's all the open porch. But you can see the door in the back there that we came through. And what exactly happened in that little extended piece that would have taken into a side door into the big barn, I don't know. If it had anything to do with the care of animals or the store of equipment and supplies, I don't know. Because it's fallen and hasn't been used for that kind of a thing anyway for a long time, even before it fell. But one thing I like to point out too about the house is we can see that now where the second floor has shingles wasn't always there. It wasn't part of the original plan of the house. It has the wood siding both first and second floor. So when the shingles came on to play, I don't know who did that and when that came in. We can also see from the picture, though it's black and white, that the house originally, or at least in the 1920s, was painted a darker color. And knowing Maine and the old farmhouses, it was likely painted red with the white trim, because that is somewhat common to see the old farmhouses painted red with the white trim. Whether it was because it was cheaper to buy bulk and they just paint the barn, paint the house the same, I don't know. But I actually always liked the red with the white trim farmhouses. So the possibility that I might restore it that way, we'll see. I would love one day to rebuild the barn because it's beautiful and I could have so much fun with it. I've always had this dream to kind of open up a community art center, rebuild the barn and turn it into that art center that I've always wanted. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But there it is, the now fallen barn, before it had fallen, when it was still in its glory day, functioning as a dairy farm. It was beautiful.
I'm gonna get sap all over us.
Oh no, I don't like getting sap on me though.
What?
Anyway, but this is the only way. This is the only way. We wanted to show you a little delightful gem that we found. So the continuous barn, this is the tree that fell that I had showed before, but somehow we got to get around it. Whoa! Okay, I'm gonna go under. I'm gonna go under. Whoa. Okay. Look at the big branch. 2 big branches fell. Wow. Look at that. Craziness. Okay. Well, anyway, to show the gem we found, we got to get through this maze of fallen pine tree, fallen evergreen. Here we go. We're almost there, though. We can see the house again. All right. We'll have to go under. Can't go over it. You can't go around it. Guess we're gonna have to go through it. Whew, I don't know if my camera view. Hey, there it is. There it is. Whew, that was quite a trek. Yikes. Anyway, there's another one of our bathtub units out here. I think I've counted up to 7 at this point. Here we go. Are you with me, Constance? Did you make it? A little bulkhead door shed. Love that. Goes down to the basement. But there's no stairs to it, so it's like you gotta leap down or just throw things down. You want to. But back here, there's a cute little barn.
And this is what we mean by overgrown.
Yeah,
Look at that.
way overgrown. Lots of raspberries though.
Yeah, this yard is like 90% just raspberries. So that can be fun. See what we do with all those.
Cute little barn here, which I'm so excited about because I've got backyard ducks. And this is going to provide a nice little space for me to create a cute little duck house. There's a little corner over there already with a little room. Just got to get a little duck door in there. And then we can come through the mess, because everything around here is a mess. Here we got ourselves a nice little hot tub.
Wow.
I don't know what we do with it, but we've got one. Delightful little scene back here. I'm going to show you this first, then we'll go to the other side. Is this little backyard and cute little trees
With a spooky little trailer thing.
Yeah, I gotta get rid of that somehow. This is where I'm gonna put my ducks. I'll have their own little barn and put a pond out there. Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. I have a little spot on the other side where we're gonna put their little bed place, their little nesting place for laying eggs. It's just a cute little
You see the
scene.
apple trees in the back? Right
Yeah,
over
there's an
there.
apple tree back there. Anyway, it's just a cute little scene. I just really like. This is where Constance took her little cowgirl photos.
Which they've never seen.
Oh, I'll have to put one in the video. Some people have seen it. Anyway, yeah, Constance took some cute little cowgirl photos out here. So we'll throw a few in so you can see them. Anyway, it's a cute little scene. I just like it. I think that I got a good deal here. Just a cute little scene. A little overgrown field. Put my duck pond in the back. Let my little ducks wander out here.
I think she should get an alpaca. But, you know.
Constance wants the alpaca fur.
Yeah.
But I don't know what I would do with an alpaca.
Feed it. Pet it. Get its
Love
fur.
it.
Yeah. Take it on walks with you.
Yeah.
Let it protect your
I don't
ducks.
know. I got a German Shepherd and he's handful enough. I don't know if I want to walk an alpaca and a German Shepherd.
The alpaca could carry Brutus.
I don't think Brutus would appreciate that. Anyway, I love this little barn. I'm so glad that it hasn't fallen down like the other one, like the continuous barn to the house. Because this is just a sweet little space. It needs some fixing up, that's for sure, but it's beautiful. And here's the other side. This
Still
is where
full
we're
of
gonna put
junk.
the ducks here. We're gonna build this with for them to have the nesting spot, and we'll be able to close this door
And open it
and
to get
open it,
pigs.
and then we'll have a little door out there that goes down for them to get outside that we'll just be able to open. Anyway, we'll be able to put the extra wood chips and food underneath. It's just going to be a nice little spot for my ducks.
Yeah.
And it's almost
And a llama.
here. I just cut a little hole in there and put a board all the way.
And when I buy my alpaca and my horse, then, you know.
I don't know what the use of an alpaca.
I've already told you, Mother. I've already told you the uses of an alpaca. You've had the conversation.
Yeah, but was it really useful?
Yes, it is
Is it?
useful.
Okay, you're gonna sell the wool.
Yeah. It's fire and water resistant. Who wouldn't want that?
I guess that's true. Guess you can.
And I
sell
can
the
make
wool.
cute little like alpaca fur goodies and keychains and sell those as well.
Yeah.
And someone's house will burn down, but the thing will still be there.
Okay, they'll have whatever.
Yeah.
The thneed. That's something that everybody needs, made from alpaca.
Exactly.
Well, okay. All
And the
right.
horse is just always
And
important.
here we have the tractor with the lawnmower.
Which probably doesn't work.
It probably doesn't work, but hey,
It's aesthetic.
Asher's got some talent. My son Asher.
Like he restored like a 90-year-old motor.
Yeah, he had a 1930s outboard motor.
Yeah.
He got that going. Anyway, this barn definitely still has some repairs that need to be done, but the structure is sound. And so I was just glad to see that I still have a barn.
Yeah.
Even though the big barn is gone, I still have a little barn. And once I get it fixed up, and we'll put our little harness we found, and some horseshoes.
And a horse.
And a horse, and an alpaca. It'll be cute. It'll be fun.
I'd been married a long time ago, never had a been such a nice deal.